Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Nice Girls Gone Woo. Stick around. Mwah! Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy Doe, and this is Rhinny. Rhinny, she is one of my good friends in the course, right? You guys hear me talking about, there's people who feel energy all throughout her body and like she sometimes sees. Well, that's her.
That's me. I'm a
That's
psychic. Super psychic, yes.
Yes. So when you're entering this realm of spirituality energy, when I'm talking about clear channels, right, doing all this cord cutting, like she is a pillar over here, processing the energy of the collective. It's really, really cool when you start like feeling these sensations, tuning in your senses. It's a whole different story when now you're like, okay, our body's being requested to clear for the collective. Rhinny, introduce yourself.
You're so formal. I'm like super casual.
Yeah, we're opposites.
That's true. That's true.
Our dressing today, right? I just shared, it's like, hey, Rhinny, come over. We're going to do a video on twin flame. I don't know how it's going to happen, right? It's really cool when you have psychic friends. We say, what does your intuition say? Yes. Mine says yes too. All right, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. It is that easy.
It is so easy. And so I just got a hit today just to wear all white. I look like I'm in a ceremony of some sort. And then she comes over wearing all black. Beats me. So
Coincidence.
Coincidence. Okay, go on, do your thing.
Do my thing. Well, where do I start? Life path. I was born as a pastor's daughter. And I didn't have any abilities when I was little. I just go about my life as a normal person for quite some times.
Normal's not so fun. Not anymore.
Right? It's kind of like, I'm just normal. Right? And then so I went through my awakening process and I discovered all my psychic abilities and basically overnight. So I'm an overnight psychic, call it whatever you will. So I just discovered all my senses. I have all 6 of them, possibly 7, now that I'm tuning in even more and more. And so I also discovered I'm a medium. I can channel all kinds of being, higher, lower, middle ground, however, humans. Connection is like my jam.
Yeah.
So that's what brought me to where I'm at in this lifetime and do what I do and living my purpose and my psychic energetic coaching. Just connecting to people's futures, their destiny, and connect to their heart, and then coach them through and live in their purpose.
She's powerful, right? So Rhinny also has a Moldavite, and I have to share like how big her field is. So this is the one. This one's a funny story, right? But this is the one I used before when I was at the feeling that I was done working with it. You can put it up close.
It's like I'm trying to show it. There you go.
So this is like a 13.45 gram Moldavite that I brought to Mount Shasta to activate. And like when I brought it back, I just got the hit, like I should sell this. But I don't know for who. And like it's really cool being like you're able to tune in because it pulled her to the house that night.
I thought I was just coming for dinner and hang out and look at her grid.
Yeah.
I was like, cool.
And then the moment that she saw that mold device, like, that's mine.
I just knew. You just handed it to me, and I was like, immediately put it in my heart. And I was like, oh. I was like, I just knew. It was really cool.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about, like being a psychic. Like we tune in to this high frequency, and we just trust. Right? And Rhinny's like very tuned in. Like when we're around stuff, like I'm starting to build my senses on how to smell entities. Right? For us, like our teacher trained us, like it's a sewage smell, and I start being more conscious of when they exist, and when other people can't smell it, but it's like only me.
Oh yeah, you'll see me go around, and all of a sudden I'm gonna start sniffing. I'm like, what's that? And I'll check in and say like, do you smell it? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Time to ask some questions.
Yeah, so she's good at communicating on the dark side. Oh my god, no wonder she was black.
Not just start. Well, I do. Like I said, it's all beings, higher, lower, medium,
Yes.
however, wherever, whoever.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll just be like, "Hey, talk to me." Hey, I'm like, "Okay." Happens all the time.
Guys, this is like the kind of woo you guys are entering. if you're gonna keep on this series, Nice Girls Gone Woo, right?
Welcome to the woo.
Welcome to the woo. Talking about two Asian background. I think Asians are pretty woo. They're pretty woo, but they're like super nice girls. This good girl facade. Oh, we're about to break that wheel. Not gonna reinvent it. We're about to break it. About to be a bunch of like, I don't know, unleashed. I don't know.
Is this what it is? You represent the front angelic side. I'm like the rebel in the back. Is that what that is?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
What does intuition say?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, let them ask intuition and see what they think.
That is true. Okay.
Comment and let us know.
Yeah. So long story short, Rhinny's a super psychic. It's really cool having a psychic friend.
It is really fun.
It is really fun. And whenever like I'm like super up there with Moldavite, and I have some blockages or like stuff get in the way that I cannot see beyond, Rhinny really very helped me uncollapse quite a few of those.
I call it phone a friend.
What is it?
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend, yeah.
Like, who wants to be a millionaire? Phone a friend. I have a lifeline.
She is she's a good channel. So yeah, but today something was like pulled us together to do this video, and we want to talk about twin flame. I know you guys are super interested. A lot of people are very super interested in this subject. But now let's hear from two different perspectives, because I have my own perspective of what Moldavite's giving me through twin flame, right? And now Rhinny's other perspective on the spiritual side, like what's her information, what download she's getting twin flame. Could be the same information, different frequency, different vibration. Could be both right.
Same but different.
Same but different, right? Whatever resonates, stick with that. And but it's interesting to see, because yesterday we were just having a conversation, we're dissecting it down, and we're starting to see like different pieces to like cross-reference, kind of check out. But today, let's just start off like, what is twin flame? How do you know when you meet your twin flame? And we just go from there.
Well, first off, like, this is our personal experience, right? It's just what's in our path, we called in this lifetime, and we went through it. So you have your journey in your twin flame, and I had mine. And the most commonly, we think twin flame is like, I wouldn't say yucky, but it's kind of like challenging, let's just say. It's commonly known as the challenging one. You know, it's not like soulmates, it's like so highly praised for, like, oh, things are easy, you just know, and you fall in love, and all fun and happy. But is it really?
Sometimes.
No, I also want to know though, like, can twin flame become soulmates?
I gotta know. Hold on.
This is what we do. We ask intuition.
Right.
Just like,
okay. And when you guys see us like pausing, we're downloading.
We either asking questions, you know, so some committee up there or spirit squads, all of it.
Yeah, and then we call on our guides, right? So before the session, we set up a grid. So here's a grid of who like wanted to come through. So we got Lady Kuan Yin, we got the dragon from the east. I got that dragon in Asia. We got Aphrodite, the goddess of love. We got Ganesh, remover of all obstacle, and then we have the Lyrian, the cat race. So they're all here. They're all part of our high self committee, right? They're all coming through this Flower of Life grid, and these are all the activated Moldavites from Father Budib's tomb in Vietnam. That's the energy of the East. I think that's what's being called right now, because the West right now is so masculine that we need some balance.
And it's expanding.
Yes. And it's a flow, right? It's
ready.
It's ready.
Yeah, it's ready for expansion. I mean, if you think about Buddha's path and all these religions, like even yoga and all that's coming from the East to the West. And now we're in that as well. We're in that vortex of energy of like, no coincidence that we're born Asian. I'm from Hong Kong, and I came in a time and went through my journey, and now doing this work in the West, where it's completely different, and in learning all this stuff from the West as well, law of attraction, manifestation, you know, vortexes and all that. It's just like, it's I have to learn that back in Chinese so I can share with my people.
Yeah, I've done that too. When I came to Vietnam, it's like, wow, these people like don't know what I thought people were going to just learn in regular school.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. But however, the feeling in Asia was like divine feminine, super divine feminine, like love, intuition.
You hold that sacred space for the whole family.
Yeah, that's interesting. So now, like, I don't really use, like I shared with you guys in previous video, I don't bring out the ones from Vietnam often, but this past week it's been requesting to bring out a lot of healing energy too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bringing back love.
It's really soft too. Like
Super
it's very
soft.
gentle, very caring, nurturing, loving. It's like very like it's like a hug. It's just like
It is. If you're tuning into at home, like you'll feel the energy through the screen. Like the space that's created here, it's a vortex of this loving energy. And Father's Tomb is where miracles happen. I've seen it happen twice in our family. And my aunt actually went up there, like overnight trip, right? Because my uncle's like 10% survival. Like it was last call, right? And like when people are in that state of like, wow, I don't know what to do next, they resort to like spirit. But I know visiting here personally is a huge vortex. A lot of energy is being anchored in.
Mm-hmm.
But here's a grid for healing. So today we are going to talk about twin flame connection. So your point of view, right? For me, can soulmates be twin flame? I gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my interpretation of soulmate, so like it's like a tree, right? You had to purge with Moldavite. So representation of Moldavite. Moldavite's energy is all in space. So imagine this is Earth.
That sounds like
It is. It's a lapis lazuli, but it looks like Earth.
Oh, I love lapis.
So imagine this as Earth, right? We're all in here. Moldavite is taking our consciousness out here in this outer realm.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I'm tuning to Moldavite, whatever dimension you may think it is, keep it in 2030, who knows? It's just a number. When we put stuff into different segments, we're dividing it, right? I know from my experience it's a higher dimension. So it's like you, like me looking down at myself here, 3D self, like, hey Tammy, like turn right. Go to this person, go meet this person at this time at this coffee shop. Like when we get the hit, right? Like do it before the other person, it dissipates. Right? That person is not going to be there forever. We're not going to sit there waiting. And it's interesting. Like, connect to Moldavite. We're looking outside, down our 3D self to guide us. So that's my interpretation. So for me, first is when you wash everyone out, everyone vibrates out, you start over with your soul family. And I think that's the sacral chakra, right? Community, regular relationship. And then you go up to your soulmate and your soulmates. Soulmates are like, they complement you. Then you're very similar in a way. But now a twin flame is the last flame you'll meet before you merge back as one with source. Which is self-love, basically. That's the level you want to get to. Self-love. But for me, twin flame, it's here's what we're getting. Yeah, it's like the total opposite. Total opposite, personality-wise. Well, not, okay, there's a lot of triggers. A lot of triggers for us to come clear. So that we can both be whole and complete ourselves. So that we re-emerge back from the heart. That will become to a force field. Do you feel like twin flame is destiny, or can it be renegotiated?
As an infinite being, having a human experience, you can renegotiate anything.
Yeah, that's what I started to realize too in the course. Like, what?
Yeah, you can literally rewrite anything because you are the creator of your world.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why where we have a minimal differ in our opinions and our point of view in Troy Flame.
Yeah.
Because as an infinite being having a human experience, you're the creator of your life. So what you want to look at is anything you lock into a certain labels or a certain name or like a certain way, then that's all that it can be.
Okay, so let me ask. So like, even when I try to cut all these cords, And all these contracts, right? If it's not mutual, then I could just be the space. I cut these cords, but it keeps pulling me towards that same person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you have that repeat patterns or some sort of repeat action, you want to look into what is that core? What is the karmic connection? Because when that core is there for a reason, you chose this person or you chose this lesson that's within that core. If you just simply cut it, sure, you can do that. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, it's like it's gonna attract the same thing again. It may not be the same person, it may be a different person, but in your case, it's more like the same person.
Yeah.
No matter how many times you cut it, because there's something for you to look at, there's something for you to learn, so you're not bypassing it, in a sense.
You do put it out into our field.
Yeah, so it's your job as a creator. It's like, oh, what the heck did I create? What did I call into this lifetime? What did I choose on that menu? It's like, oh, universe, I think I want to do this one in this lifetime. I want to do this lesson in this lifetime. It's your job to like just look at, okay, what lesson is in there for me? What did I choose? Now, karmic connection, why I called it a karmic connection, because that's taps into the karma. Your karma, your dharma. So your dharma is your path. So your path, as you're walking on your path, you're going to call in all these lessons, which is your karma. Your karma is creating these events and experiences that you want to experience.
Okay.
So however you are with this person, there's something call you to outcreate and go beyond to complete that karma. Now, karma itself, in Sanskrit, literally means action. Mm-hmm. Now, what that action means is you have a choice as a creator. You have a choice to take whatever action you want. And the amount of different variants of action you can take is infinite.
Yeah.
I could go even further out to the multiverse, but I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
We'll
go there for like one later episodes.
I'm not going to overwhelm
everyone. Have we lost half of you guys already? Okay.
It's pretty deep.
It can get really deep.
Yeah, so really however you choose that action is like you get to look at this person and say, is there anything for me to work through? Mm-hmm. Is this a connection? And also you want to look at yourself and say like, is this the time? Is this where does it serve for me to work through this right now in this moment with this person? It's all about asking that question.
Yeah, that is asking the question. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, you get to choose a new action every time.
And it's not that person right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just keep asking the questions.
Yes.
Okay, this is good, right? Because it's helping me uncollect stuff that I didn't see before.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
What else?
I was gonna say any other question.
What else? Are we done for this segment? How many minutes is it? 17 minutes.
Oh, cool. We're doing pretty good in time.
Should we go more? All
We
right.
can expand a little bit. So what do you do with it? Once you know that it's the person is... Okay, so let's put it this way. So for twin flame connection, go back to the label piece, right? So if we label it as twin flame, a lot of time people are looking at it, if I just want ease and simplicity in life, I don't want challenge, I don't want all the heartache and all the back and forth, a lot of time you may just cut it out and say like, I don't want it. Mm-hmm. But there's that piece of the lessons in there that you could learn from this person, or you don't have to. It will come from a different place, because that's what you choose. You have chosen the lesson, so it's just going to play out somewhere else. But you could choose something else, but doesn't mean that cannot shift either until you allow it to shift. If you choose a twin flame, yes, you can work through stuff. Mm-hmm. Like my personal experience is, I had a twin flame, and I worked through all of it, and every time I was like, I'm done, I can't, and something will open up, because there was the energy of connection, because I knew this person is not our first round together in another lifetime. We're going, woo, hello. So with that, it gave me something that I know there's something to complete. That's the perks for being psychic.
Yeah.
You see all these things in another lifetime, you're like, oh, I know this person, and then I meet him in this lifetime, and I'm like, okay, cool.
We can talk about past life too, because I did get hits of like past life. All right, guys, we're just gonna wrap that up. This video is an intro to twin flame and all the juicy stuff behind it. So we're gonna save that for the next episode. We're talking about past lives, when to distinct, or how to learn those lessons from those past lives. So you really want to tune into this. because those past life might have cords into this lifetime. And you want to complete those. But that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Nice Girls Gone Woo. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.